A contentious day in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs, with the defense putting the mogul's now ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, under cross-examination. And just a warning, this story contains accounts, descriptions, and visual content of actual and alleged events that some may find disturbing.
They wanted to cast doubt, reasonable doubt on her credibility, and they wanted to cast these encounters as consensual encounters. And there is evidence to support that notion that they were in this relationship, that she agreed to this swinging lifestyle.
The defense questioning Cassie about texts she sent to Combs on the day this video was recorded, showing Diddy beating and dragging her after she allegedly tried to escape a freak-off. I want to freak off so bad, but don't want to expletive myself up. What am I to do? The defense trying to suggest the freak-off could be Cassie's idea.
Even though the text messages appear to be friendly, the sex appears to be consensual over a decades-long relationship, that there can still be evidence of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Sex crimes and sexual trafficking are generally the result of grooming by a defendant, someone that continues to push boundaries and make behavior that is coercive, that is non-consensual, appear to be normal.
Cassie just pulled off something that a lot of people in her position probably wouldn't have had the nerve to do, and it may have ended up being one of the biggest turning points in her entire case. But before getting into that move, we need to talk about Clayton Howard, because he practically handed her valuable evidence without even realizing it. Seriously, it's hard to understand how someone could make a mistake this big while being involved in an active legal dispute. Clayton jumped on Twitter and posted a video, and people immediately started talking about it. The clip quickly grabbed attention because of the comments he made and the way he chose to present himself online. In the video, Clayton is sitting in a car and making statements that many viewers interpreted as threatening toward Cassie. He talks about burning her out with fire and tells her to stop playing stupid games, while continuing with a string of heated remarks. The video didn't stop there either. He also went after Douglas Wigdor, the attorney known for representing Cassie and for his role in several high-profile legal matters. Clayton labeled Wigdor a scumbag racist and made a series of accusations, but many people questioned the claims and whether there was any evidence behind them at all. Clayton is currently a law student, and that detail has added even more attention to the situation. When someone applies for admission to practice law, bar authorities typically review more than just academic performance. They also examine conduct, judgment, professionalism, and whether an applicant has demonstrated respect for legal processes and the rights of others. That's why this controversy has sparked so much discussion online. Critics argue that publicly posting heated comments while involved in active litigation can raise serious questions about judgment and professionalism. The debate became even louder because the video reportedly included remarks directed not only at Cassie, but also at her attorney. Those statements quickly became a major focus of the court filing and public reaction. If concerns about an applicant's conduct arise, bar examiners may review those issues as part of the character and fitness process. Exactly how any future application would be evaluated is impossible to predict, but situations that attract widespread public attention can often lead to additional scrutiny. That's one reason many people are closely watching how this unfolds. What stands out to many observers is the way Cassie's team responded. Rather than engaging in a public back and forth, they addressed the issue through formal court filings and made it part of the official court record. By bringing the matter before the court, her attorneys ensured that a judge would have the opportunity to review the claims, the video, and the surrounding circumstances, shifting the focus away from social media and into the legal process. Many legal observers point out that people involved in active lawsuits are generally expected to let the court process play out rather than engage in heated public exchanges. Instead of arguing online, the standard approach is usually to present evidence, make legal arguments, and allow the judge to evaluate the facts. That process is designed to keep disputes inside the courtroom rather than turning them into social media battles. Critics argue that Clayton chose a very different path by taking his frustrations public and posting remarks that quickly spread across multiple platforms.
To be a government witness in a case like this, and I think scariest of all is that Mr. Combs will be sitting there staring at the witness. It's something that's very brave.
Meanwhile, Cassie's response appeared focused on formal legal channels. Reports suggest that even while handling personal commitments and travel, her legal team moved quickly, showing a level of organization and preparedness that has caught a lot of attention throughout this controversy. Douglas Wigdor isn't just another attorney in a courtroom. He has built a reputation through high-profile cases and has become a well-known figure in major legal battles. Because of that, many people have been paying close attention to how Cassie's legal team has handled this dispute. From the outside, they appear determined to challenge every issue they believe is relevant to the case and to keep the focus on the legal process. Some observers argue that Clayton's public actions may have created additional complications for his own position. Whether those actions will ultimately affect the lawsuit is up to the court. But the attention has undeniably shifted. Instead of discussions focusing solely on the underlying claims, a significant amount of public conversation has centered on the video, the statements that were made, and the response from Cassie's legal team. One reason these theories continue to circulate is because of the history between Diddy and Cassie. Their legal dispute attracted enormous attention, and Cassie's allegations, along with the legal actions that followed, had a major impact on public perception and generated headlines around the world. Because of that history, some people have tried to connect unrelated developments back to that larger conflict. However, it's important to separate speculation from what can actually be proven. There is no public evidence showing that Diddy directed, funded, advised, or coordinated Clayton's lawsuit. While online discussions often explore different possibilities and motives, those claims remain unverified. What's certain is that the lawsuit itself has become part of a much broader public conversation surrounding all of the individuals involved, and that has only intensified interest in every new development. Many legal observers argue that strong cases are typically built through evidence, testimony, and legal arguments rather than heated exchanges online. Because of that, the controversy surrounding the video has become a major topic of discussion. Critics of Clayton's actions claim the public outburst may have distracted from the legal claims themselves and shifted attention toward his behavior instead. There's also been growing discussion about what this controversy could mean beyond the lawsuit. Since Clayton has publicly expressed an interest in becoming a lawyer, some commentators have questioned whether highly publicized conduct could draw additional scrutiny in the future. Bar admissions and employment opportunities often involve reviews of an applicant's background, judgment, and professional conduct. How any organization might evaluate these events is impossible to predict, but the attention surrounding the case has certainly raised questions. What makes the situation especially striking is that a video that may have been intended to send a message ended up generating even more scrutiny and media coverage than many people expected. Instead of quieting the controversy, it amplified it, turning the spotlight directly onto the actions and decisions that are now being discussed everywhere. Douglas Wigdor, known for handling high-profile legal matters, reportedly viewed the video as important enough to address through formal court filings. By acting quickly, Cassie's team ensured that the court was made aware of the video and the concerns they raised about it. Their filing argues that the content of the clip was relevant to the ongoing litigation, making it an issue they believe deserved immediate attention and review by the judge. And that's where this situation starts looking even more complicated. Once something gets entered into the court record, it's no longer just a social media controversy people are arguing about online. It becomes part of the legal conversation, and that changes everything. The judge doesn't have to rely on rumors, headlines, or viral clips. The court can review exactly what was said, how it was said, and why it matters to the case. What makes this such a major development is that the focus has now shifted toward conduct and credibility. Those issues can become just as important as the underlying claims when a lawsuit is unfolding in public view. Every statement, every post, and every public appearance suddenly gets examined much more closely than before. Meanwhile, the attention surrounding the case keeps growing. More people are watching, more outlets are covering it, and every new filing is being picked apart online. That creates even more pressure on everyone involved. At this point, what started as a lawsuit has turned into a much bigger public battle, and the spotlight doesn't seem to be fading anytime soon. Another thing people are paying attention to is how different the approaches have been from each side. On one hand, there have been public statements, online reactions, and social media posts that sparked headlines and debate. On the other hand, there has been a heavy focus on court filings, legal motions, and formal responses. That contrast has become a major part of the story and has people talking everywhere. In high-profile legal disputes, perception can play a huge role in shaping public discussion. Even before a judge makes any decisions, people often form opinions based on what they see online, what gets reported in the media, and how the parties involved choose to conduct themselves. That's why every move is being watched so closely right now. What makes this case especially interesting is that each new development seems to create even more questions. Instead of slowing down, the controversy keeps generating fresh headlines, new reactions, and endless speculation across social media. With court proceedings continuing and public interest still running high, many observers believe there could be even more surprising twists ahead. For now, all eyes remain on what happens next and how the legal battle continues to unfold. For many people following this story, the situation has become a lesson in how legal teams can respond when a controversy spills into the public spotlight. Rather than getting pulled into online arguments or trading accusations on social media, Cassie's side stayed focused on the legal process and used formal court filings to raise their concerns. That approach has become one of the most talked about aspects of the entire dispute. Supporters of Cassie's position argue that her legal team allowed the public statements and events to speak for themselves while documenting what they believed was relevant to the case. Instead of escalating the situation publicly, they brought their arguments directly before the court and asked the judge to review the matter. That strategy has drawn a lot of attention from legal observers and commentators alike. At the same time, it's important to remember that the final outcome has not yet been determined. Decisions regarding legal claims and future rulings will ultimately be made by the court based on the evidence, arguments, and applicable law. What's undeniable is that this lawsuit has attracted significant public attention, with every new filing and development generating discussion online. Whether this proves to be a turning point in the case or another chapter in an ongoing legal battle remains to be seen. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others following the case. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who are following the case. And most importantly, drop a comment below and let us know what you think about these latest developments and where you believe the case goes from here.